Okay, so just the command, the Alm command is left on their own. But it is...
Oh my god, these guys are so competent.
If you could hear their radio chatter, it would be like things like, they're coming from everywhere! They've got custom mobile suits! What's going on? Oh no! Ah! All that stuff. They were not prepared for this. So the ALM command sees the geode pop out of cover and opens fire with its PBR, its main rifle.
Okay.
And let's see if it hits. It does not.
My evasion is 15.
It fires at you. You take no damage. It begins attempting to fire with its backup weapon, its micro missiles.
Which sound worse than its primary.
They sound worse, but they aren't.
Really micro?
Yeah, I mean they're micro and they're missiles, and like they're a dumb system. They're not. You can't really have heat-seeking or tracking weapons in this environment because they wouldn't work. So it's just firing little missiles at you, as opposed to
Roman candles.
Yeah, as opposed to a giant, highly advanced particle beam rifle. Now, normally it gets 1 accuracy with these micro missiles, but this is a main launcher, so it takes a difficulty and that offsets it. So it's just a d20 that it is rolling. Okay, and your evasion is
15.
10.
You sure?
Is evasion agility plus speed?
That's how it auto-populated on this.
All right, let me check here. If that is the case, then let's see. It probably is. I just want to double check before I make any more dumb choices.
15.
Sorry, we've come to a grinding halt as I look up a rule. My nemesis.
On rules.
My nemesis as a GM is having to stop to look up rules. Okay.
I know about the viewers, but I forgive you.
What the heck? Where do I even find this? Attack? Nope.
The field appears to auto-populate.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. I just want to make sure that I'm looking at it correctly so that I don't mess up, which means that my dudes would have higher evasion. Also, a mech's total agility equals their evasion.
Okay, and how is agility calculated? Or evasion calculated?
Let's find out.
You know, I'm getting...
What's that?
Oh, I'm just taking a look at the PDF and how it autofills this.
So the difference in agility score from 10 equals your mech's agility modifier, which is used for all agility checks.
Yeah. My agility score is 10 in this mech.
Yeah.
But it says 15 down. Oh, that's in the hard suit. That's...
Yeah.
The hard suit. Okay, so it's just 10.
Okay. All right, so you got hit then.
All right.
Dice. Oh, that's the missiles it hit you with. So you got hit with a very minor amount of damage. 2 damage. And that's 1 because you took your obviously
armor.
Yeah, you got your armor. And then it says screw it, and it charges at you.
Ooh. Is it overheating to do this then? Or overloading?
It hasn't moved yet this turn.
Oh, okay.
So that's its movement, is to go over there and make its final attack with an auxiliary weapon, which is just, it pulls out what looks like just a cylinder, but then an orange beam comes out of the cylinder.
Ooh, this is Gundam.
It's more like a beam knife than a beam saber, but it is still a scary thing. And we'll see if it hits you with that thing. It does.
Well, isn't there a penalty when we're both fighting?
If you are shooting into melee, I believe. Is there difficulty automatically in melee?
I thought there was, because there's a talent that negates it.
Okay, so we'll roll a difficulty die.
I'm still probably going to get hit because it rolled a 19, but...
Yeah, you got to do what's necessary. And a 17, does that still hit?
Yeah.
Okay. You take 3 damage. Oh, sorry.
That's all right. It's really just 2.
And you also take 1 heat damage as the pick jabs into you after first igniting. Okay, so that's the Alm Command's turn. Probably its last, but it wanted to go out in a blaze of glory. So end of round actions. Anyone have an end of round action?
Nope.
Okay. The Alm Commands...
I just yell at the geode for being stabbed.
The Alm Command automatically reloads its missile launcher as an end of round action, and that's it. So it's back to you 3. And I'm just going to go figure out why my dog is being really annoying right now. But I'll be back in a minute.
All right. Who wants to go first?
It's expended a lot of energy screaming at Richard, so I need a second to recharge.
All right. I have hover jets on mine, so I can do with my turn is try flying. Actually, no, I think you have to land. You can't hover. This is a flight system. Never mind then.
You have 2 of the golf balls rigged to blow, so we really just need to third one.
And that's the farthest one down, right?
The cane's hanging out here.
All right.
Yeah, is our objective to blow up the golf balls, or that?
Yeah, that's the main objective.
Yeah, we got to stop them from reloading those guns, right?
Yes.
Well, maybe what we'll do then is I'll go last, and then if you guys finish them off, I'll just take care of this last golf ball.
Mm-hmm. What do we got?
Okay, I'm back.
All right. Okay, I'm going to go first in this case.
All right.
So when you attack, you can just use both weapons that you've got, right? If you're carrying 2?
Yep.
Okay. And do I have to, like, I can't split that at all. Like, I would have to do all attack, then move back, then attack with a ranged.
Yeah, and when you move out of range, they get an attack of opportunity on you.
Okay. Then what I'm gonna do is, can I like boost tackle him? Would that be fair game?
Yeah, why not?
I can smash into him. All right. So
there's a ram attack specifically for that.
Oh yeah, let me just check the sheet. Where are we?
I think it's just a hull check.
Okay, yeah. Attempt to knock down or knock back your target is all it has written down there.
Yeah.
But is that would be instead of an attack?
You perform a melee attack versus evasion against target within your reach. It's the same size of you, so no change. If your target stun while light shut down, no. It just knocks them over. If you want to do damage, then you would do an unarmed attack.
All right, I'm just going to use my normal boost then.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to boost and like sort of grind up against him a little bit, and that gives me the free pistol shot and then the bonus the accuracy bonus to the melee. So we took the quick pistol shot, open sights as we move.
And when you move, they do get to attack you.
Well, okay, but I mean, I'm just doing the boost to like trigger that. So I'm just kind of imagining not actually like moving around the map significantly.
The boost does require you to move, though. That's like
you have to.
Yeah. It's like a charge from D&D.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll just melee him. And then throw down a smoke grenade.
Okay.
What's his evade?
I think his evade is... Yeah, his evade is... 10.
All right. I'm going to overheat and do it again. Or overload and do it again.
Okay. You could also just attack and take a difficulty with your other weapon or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you're using your other weapon, if it's an auxiliary weapon, you attack with no extra difficulty. A main weapon is +1 difficulty.
Okay, we'll just attack with my auxiliary weapon then.
Okay.
Do I have to stick with the same roll?
No.
All right. Okay, I also miss with the pistol.
Okay. Do you have traits that could help you with this, maybe?
Let me check. I mean, I have Skirmisher. Don't I? Or did I drop that? Yeah, I have Skirmisher. And Lancer. I mean, so both of those are combat-ish. But I didn't do the boost, which would give me the bonuses on both of those actual talents. And then the traits, Reckless is kind of suppressed, so I feel like that one would be bogus.
Okay. Anything else you want to do on your turn? Smoke grenade, you said.
No, I'm going to pass on that because that's going to make it harder for them.
Okay. So
we're just locked in a battle of life and death.
Yes, you're each feinting at each other. You're poking at him with your lance. He's trying to get you knife fight style with his beam pick. And Cloud and Kane, what do you want to do? I believe you take extra difficulty for firing into melee, but I'll check on that while you're thinking about what you want to do.
I'm okay if they hit me.
Like to do is use my move action to come up behind and just try to shoot him execution style with the First Amendment.
Is there a flanking bonus in this game?
No, you take a difficulty for firing from melee range. But yeah, you can do that.
I can live with that.
All right, so roll your
pistol.
Yep, any ranged weapon in melee range, you take a difficulty. Because targets count as being in partial cover when you're fighting directly with them, is their rationale behind that in the book.
Well, I guess, but he's fighting with me.
But you're in melee range. Like, if you want to be one square back, you take no penalty. But if you want to go up and do execution style, then you take a penalty. As guns are designed
risk the penalty just to look cool.
All right, go for it.
I feel like doing the sensible thing is not what this character is about.
Has not been so far.
There we go. We got an 11.
All right, that hits. Did you roll your difficulty die?
Did not.
Okay. With the difficulty die, unless you roll a 1, you probably won't hit, but give it a shot.
What was the total?
It's D6.
1d20 and then a d6? Okay.
Yeah.
This confused the shit out of me.
Okay, so at an 8, you do not hit him. You're about to, but in the titanic struggle taking place between the Geode and the Alm Command, at the exact moment you fire the gun, they sort of jerk to the left, and you're shot.
Scream into the radio, God damn it, Richard.
Do you want to attack with your other gun?
Of course. And that's same roll?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's actually do that. So it's 1d20 and then a d6 to take it out of it.
You can do /roll 1d20 minus 1d6.
Sweet. Okay, so 17 minus 2, 15.
All right, you hit. Roll your damage.
Roll d6.
Okay.
3. But either way, it's a 1, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. You do a damage to it.
All right. As I do that single damage, I'm radioing Richard. Like, I could have killed this guy by now if you weren't hot-dogging around.
All right. Anything else you want to do? You still have one more weapon if you want to fire that, because it's integrated.
Oh, I'm not going to fire the other weapon. I'm just going to silently say a prayer that Kane has been cornered by the enemy by now.
Kane, you're all the way over there.
All the way over here.
You do have a gun that can shoot that far.
Yep. Is that white building's kind of in between us, though, right?
We can say that you move over there, but they will still have partial cover from being behind the Garfield.
Yeah.
And being in melee.
I'm going to go... If I can hop on top of it here.
Yep.
And then I'm going to try and hack him from there.
Okay.
Do invasion.
All right. What are you going to invade? I can tell you about his systems. He's got his main rifle, his micro missiles, and his beam pick. Those are his weapons.
Are any of them smart? Do any of them have the smart tag?
He doesn't have any smart systems.
Oh, that's too bad.
And then it has the loader system that reloads all his weapons at the end of a turn.
Ooh. Yeah. Let's turn that off.
And the only loading weapon he has is the micro missiles, and they're currently loaded. So I'm just telling you as an out-of-character thing that's not the best option.
All right. Fair enough.
Like if you want to try
from the first invasion, Kane would have access to all this information anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to go and try and turn off the PBR.
Okay.
So that'll be a same thing, contesting with their E defense.
Okay.
But it'll have 1 difficulty because it's not a smart system. But I'll use my awesome electronics and intelligence again. So here we go.
All right.
Yeah.
You do it. His PBR powers down. And he looks down in astonishment as his display for that weapon goes dark and displays an error.
First Amendment.
And you said, yeah, so he'll take 1d3 heat damage again.
Okay.
There we go. And that's it.
All right, that's the end of the round. Oh no, it's the command's turn. So it drops its PBR and grabs the hilt of its beam pick with its other hand to try and give it some more leverage in its battle against the Geode, and attacks you with it.
It can attack other people, right?
He can, but he's locked in. He's locked in mortal combat with you.
That's fine. I deserve this.
I believe that hits your evasion.
Yeah, I take 1 damage from that one.
Let me roll. No, you don't take any more heat damage. That was just the first one. The first time it activates. But you do take 3 damage from the beam pick as it carves into... What
was the 1d3? Oh, never mind. That was... Okay. So I take 2 damage then.
Yeah. The mech, the pick carves into alarmingly close to your cockpit.
Okay, and red lights begin to flash, and warning klaxons hammer my senses, overwhelming them.
All right, and we're back to the
I
top.
also have customization, though.
Yeah?
All right, we're going with this. So I have a customization on my mech to help my mental state when I'm under duress because I have a large library of music available.
Mm-hmm.
So I start putting on Ave Maria to calm down.
Very calming song. All right, so it's back to your turn, team quote-unquote hero.
All right, there we go. Just had to get Ave Maria playing for the chat.
Okay, so what's the situation with the commander?
He's
how are he and the geode positioned?
They are facing each other like knife fight style, which puts Richard at a bit of a disadvantage because he's fighting with a lance, I think.
Yep.
So they're like up close and personal, fighting, each trying to get in hits. It looks like the command has the upper hand. Like they're circling.
That's really a matter of opinion.
Like they're circling each other, and you know, it looks sort of like a brutal in close combat that they're having, and then the two of you are kind of standing there.
What I would like to do is continue my current idiot. As the command looms over Richard, my martial arts skill to.
All right.
To use my martial arts skill to try to come up behind the command unit that I have in my equipment and slit the robot's throat as if that will do anything to it.
All right. Let me just pull up martial arts here.
Straight up like disconnect the head, but
I mean, I'm sure it will do. I'm sure it will do something. So if you attack with at least 2 main or auxiliary melee weapons, gain +1 accuracy. You've only got 1 melee weapon, so that does nothing. But you are using your martial arts to try and attack it, so make your melee attack roll. It's d20 plus your, what is it?
20. Martial artist?
No, it's martial artist gives you access to a skill that's useless to you because you don't have the equipment for it. So that's more of a flavor thing. But what's the melee attack? What do you add on for it? It's d20 plus melee? Right, so d20 plus melee for you, that's d20 plus 1.
All right.
Okay, so you reach your knife around and attempt to slit the on-command's throat, and it just sort of, it skitters across the armor there.
I'd have like cut my own robot's hand, like not in a particularly damaging way, but just a really embarrassing one.
You tried to do a little flip of your knife when you drew it, and it just...
It's a butterfly knife.
No,
it's too hard to do in a mech.
I reached around to try and slit the guy's throat while holding his neck.
Right. Oh,
I just
okay.
poked myself right in the palm.
Do you want to use your other auxiliary weapon, or are you good for now?
In anger and embarrassment, I just start like screaming swears.
Okay. You can still shoot it with one of your pistols. Sorry, what were you saying?
Screaming at Richard to get it done.
Right. Obviously. Kane, what do you want to do?
All right. I think we're going to hack him again.
Okay.
But this time we're going to try and inflict the impaired condition on them.
Okay.
So Same roll as I guess the last few times. There we go.
Okay, yeah, that gets in. No problem.
They are impaired. So they have +1 difficulty on all actions, attacks, and skill checks.
All right. Anything else you want to do this turn, or is that your...
And being a huge... Well, no. No, I think we'll just stay up there. He's pretty focused on the other guys, so I'm not really afraid right now.
Okay. And Richard, did you take your turn? I can't. You haven't taken your turn yet.
I have not.
Okay.
We haven't done much damage to this guy. All right. I am going to... All right. I have hover jets, which allow me to fly.
Yeah.
Can I use them to move straight up? So if I do a boost, I can move with them. Can I do that to move straight up and then like smash down on him?
Yeah, anytime that you move out of his threatened range, he gets an attack on you, but you can do that.
But only with his 1d3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay.
So realizing that the struggle isn't going super well from some points of view, not mine or anyone else's, but maybe his. Having all of us missed all of our attacks.
He misses you entirely with his strike when you escape.
All right. So activate the jets, rise up, and then smash down on him, and boost action, fire my pistol and and then hammer them with the lance on the way back down with +1 to the lance.
All right, go for it.
All right. So miss with the pistol.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, my first time holding one.
Yes, you remember the safety. And that you did not actually turn it off after you noticed it.
Eating a lot of
he keeps flicking back into the position. All right.
About training with these weapons. You just
1 sec. I've failed every single roll with this. Looking back on it. Oh no, I passed 1.
As his commanding officer, I blame Cloud for a lack of training.
Does he have the difficulty thing still going on?
Yep, that's going.
For his melee defense?
No, the difficulty is for any action he takes.
Okay. So I can't add on to my melee attack?
Unfortunately not. But...
Well, shucks!
I will say this is a cool scene, and if you just sort of completely miss him, it's not very interesting, so I don't need to roll an advantage die.
All right. I'm typing this one. 1d6. Come on, 3 or higher. Fuck.
It's a good effort that you make. It looks very Final Fantasy Dragoon style, but it's just the issue isn't your skill. The issue is that the pilot of this thing is really, really good, which is why he's in an Alm command and not a regular Alm. So he's able to twist just so that your lance scrapes the paint off of its chest as it slams into the ground, thunderously, sending cracks out in every direction. But it does avoid death for now, and I did not think it was going to take this long to finish this fight.
2 turns ago, you were like, "This is his last."
Yes, I was so sure. I was so sure he was going to die. But it's his turn again. And he reverses his grip on the beam pick and stabs it backwards at the person who just tried to slit his robot's throat.
Oh, thank goodness.
As if attempting to swat away a gnat.
All right, wait is my final action. I'm going to switch. Going with Ave Maria didn't calm me down, so I'm going to try to get into 1990s techno band 2 Unlimited.
Good idea. So 11.
Thank God that in the distant future, 2 Unlimited has survived.
Hey, the CDs didn't get wiped. We still have Much Dance 93.
Okay, so you are struck by the beam pick, which is proving to be perhaps the deadliest weapon on the field.
Lethal weapon in the galaxy here.
I should have left him with the beam rifle and just taken out that stupid pick.
There's still time. You take 2 damage as he digs the beam pick into the side of your mech's head.
That's just a great visual.
Especially after the failed throat slit.
Anyway, so yep, I'm at 8. Close to death.
Okay, so it's that's the end of the round, so it's back to you 3 again. Hopefully you can kill this one man.